Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi, how are you guys doing tonight? We about to talk about this. Y'all ready for this conversation? I don't think y'all ready. Thank you so much for the compliments. Y'all are always so sweet to me, and I really appreciate that, because y'all don't have to be nice to me. You really don't. But I appreciate the people that are. Okay, let's talk about this, because it just so happens that I posted me doing 2 workouts in the gym, right? I'm working out in the gym. That's it. Recording myself in the gym. Something I always do every week. I work out. Y'all know I'm in the gym every week. People sexualize me. I can't wear orange. This is why I don't wear loud colors. This is why I struggled with embracing my femininity. This is why I struggled with embracing my body, my womanly physique, was because I would be constantly sexualized for doing the simplest things, like working out. So let's talk about Chloe here. Chloe is doing what every other girl is doing on TikTok. I don't feel like she's doing a lot. I don't feel like she's not a fans only girl. She's not. She's just transitioning from womanhood from girlhood to womanhood. We all go through this transition. Yes, she's being herself. Now, Halle, I think I'm saying her name correctly. She's feminine too. But listen, the difference between these 2 women is it comes down to who's being sexualized and why. Why is Chloe being sexualized more? They're both feminine women. It has nothing. Listen, Chloe has been sexualized. Let's not even play games here. She's been sexualized more so than Halle. And it's because Chloe fits this hourglass figure shape that society just loves and praises. But they're both feminine women. And the only reason why people are bothered by Chloe so much is because of how she's shaped. If a thin woman was to come on camera and do exactly what Chloe is doing, no one would care. And this is exactly how I was treated as a kid, because I was thicker. I couldn't do certain things. I couldn't wear certain things because I was thicker. And because I was thicker, it made other people sexualize me for no reason. I wasn't asking to be sexualized. I still don't even ask to be sexualized. I uploaded a workout video today with me wearing a 2-piece orange workout outfit. And I've stayed away from colors for so long because I did not want to be sexualized. Guess what happens? I'm sexualized. But you know what? I'm at a point in my life where I'm embracing myself. I have people comment under my video talking about, oh, your booty is jiggly. I don't want to hear that. That don't excite me. It doesn't make me feel good at all. It makes me feel like I need to diet. That's what it makes me feel like. So I know people don't mean anything bad by it. I know people don't mean any harm by it, but that's what I feel because of how I get treated in society when it comes to my body. So it's not you, it's me. It's because of my trauma as to why I don't like hearing those things. I don't like it when people talk about my butt. I don't like it at all. But I am learning that my shape is a part of who I am. Chloe is learning her shape is a part of who she is. And she wants to embrace herself. So why is she being shamed? Because she gets male attention? Now, there's two parts to this. Now, Chloe, okay, she's gonna have to learn, just like I had to learn, that because of your shape, how you put yourself out here, you get a certain type of attention, you get a certain type of following, you get a certain type of audience, you get a certain type of man. And it's not good, sis. It's not good. Because you're going to get the bottom of the barrel, Brads, Chads, Dusty, Pookies, right? They all going to come knocking at your door, sis. And that's not what you want. But she's going to have to learn that. Because that is how society is. And as a woman, you don't have control over that. If we had control over that, right, we could wear whatever we want to wear, wherever we want to wear it, and however we want to wear it. But we don't have control over that. So it's like, I get what people are saying, but at the same time, I'm looking at the full spectrum of the situation, and the full spectrum of the situation is the simple fact that she has a body that everyone wants, that looks good, that looks bomb, right? And people are sexualizing her. You got jealous women seeing that, seeing the male attention that she's receiving, and they feel some type of way. They feeling jealous, and so they bash her, they shame her for that. I've been dealing with this my whole life. And then, I don't know if she's in here right now, but I had a girl comment under her photo on my page. And she was saying, I really hope that this doesn't drive a wedge between Halle and Chloe. Because now society is automatically putting Chloe on a higher pedestal than Halle because of how she's shaped. It's disgusting to me. I think it's disgusting. That's why I asked you guys, I said, what's the difference between Lizzo doing what she's doing versus what Chloe's doing? So y'all defend one over the other, all because you don't like fat people, you don't like plus size people? Really? Okay. I hate it here. Like, I really hate society. I don't like it here. I don't like it here. It's stupid. It's like really, race, body shape, skin tone. Hair textures. Can I just be me? Why do I have to take on labels? I just don't. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. If it ain't race, then it's sexuality, and if it's not sexuality, then it's skin shade and it's hair texture shade, and it's just stupidity when we get down to the foundation of why Chloe is trending right now. It's stupidity to me. It really is. I had to get that off my chest because I just don't get it. I don't feel like she's doing a lot. She's young. Let her have fun. Like, can she not enjoy her young, youthful body? Can she not? Can she just not enjoy it? And I'm sorry to the women that are older. You didn't get to enjoy your body because you were shamed. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry you didn't get to embrace yourself the way Chloe is. I'm sorry. And I'm working on embracing myself. I did not want to post that video today of me in the gym. I did not want to post that. I don't want that audience of people following me. But it's like, damn, this is me. This is my body. And I love myself. And I wanted to wear orange. I'm tired. I'm happy. I'm tired of wearing dark colors all the time. I'm tired of putting myself in a box. I'm tired of that. When I was younger, I used to wear baggy clothes. just baggy. I used to dress like a straight up boy. Like, me being a tomboy was such a front. It's something I recently talked about in my therapy session. It was such a front. It was just a front. Being a tomboy wasn't even what I wanted to be. It was what society forced me to be because I was sexualized by grown men. I didn't want to be a tomboy. I didn't. So I don't like what I'm seeing on the internet. It's just like, leave the girl alone, okay? She's happy, she's smiling, let her be. Orange really suits me. Thank you. I'm thinking about getting yellow. I felt cute. Can I just embrace myself and not be, can we not talk about my booty all the time? Imagine growing up and everybody is always talking about your booty, but they never talking about how dope you are as a person. They never talking about your personality. They're never talking about your talents. They're never talking about your intellect. They're always talking about your ass 24/7. That's why I don't put myself out there like that. There's more to me than just my body. I have a nice body and I am embracing it. I am embracing it. So it's just, I just want Chloe to be able to do the same thing. I want all women to be able to do the same thing. I do. I really do. Whatever shape you are, including a Lizzo. Oh, y'all didn't. Fat people can't embrace themselves. Okay. We can't embrace ourselves. Okay, I used to be fat. So I embraced myself at my heaviest as well. It wasn't just until I reached my goal weight. And if you are a plus size girl thinking that you're going to love yourself magically when you reach that special number that you have up here in your head, all because you lost some weight, I'm here to tell you, sis, you got a lot of work to do if you really think that, because it's not going to happen. That's why I'm in therapy now. Hold on, let me read some comments because I feel like I'm rambling. I just leave the girl alone, y'all. I just leave her alone. I don't like it when I see girls get bullied. Let's stop it. Damn. Same. Wait, I didn't want to be sexualized either, and I still am. Like, this guy was nice to me, and then later on, he asked me if I could give him head just because I have full lips. Been there, heard that, been in situations like that. It's just like, come on, seriously? And what I want women to understand, you just have to find balance, you guys. You have to find balance, because people, like, listen, I've been sexualized in some very weird ways. Weird ways. And there's nothing wrong with being kinky either. Like, there's nothing wrong with being kinky, but it's just in the context. It's like, are you putting kinky before respecting me? That's the issue that I have. I'm all with the kinky stuff. I'm all with it. But like, when you lead with that, when that's all you see in me, that's the issue that I have. It's not kinky that's the issue. It's always, that's first before respecting me, or that's first before loving me, or that's first before protecting me. You get what I'm saying? I don't like that. That's whack. I feel the same way about my boobs. Like, mine came in when I was 12 and I was suddenly a C cup, and all these grown men started talking to me recklessly despite looking like a child in every other. Thank you. Since I was like freaking 9, 11, I literally had a coach that was coming on to me when I was in middle school, bro. Like, middle school. 6th grade. Never forget it. And I went to my mom and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I don't feel comfortable around him. I don't feel comfortable around him. He makes me uncomfortable. And then my parents, they're like, oh, you're making it a big deal. You know how parents are back then. You're just making it a big deal. They were so focused on me getting a D1 scholarship for college, they kind of downplayed what I was telling them. So one day, this coach, right, came looking for me ringing my parents' doorbell talking about, come on, Kiana, let's come outside so we can practice together. And my mom was like, okay, now that's weird. Because we didn't ask you to come over here. We didn't ask you to train her today. Why are you training her today when we didn't ask? And why are you showing up when we're at work? I tried to tell my parents. They're like, oh, you're just being too much. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. So when that situation happened, then they were like, oh, no, you're not going back to him again. He never did nothing to me, but he would like touch me inappropriately, and I never felt comfortable. 6th grade. Then let's fast forward to when I was like either a freshman or sophomore in high school. I later found out that he sexually assaulted a young girl. And my mom was like, we always knew. And I'm just like, no, you didn't. Because you didn't take me serious. I don't play when it comes to stuff like that. And you know, back then, your parents are naive. Your parents are naive because they really think that, you know, oh, that could, no, they wouldn't do that. You know, no, they wouldn't do that. No, they wouldn't do that. When in reality, you don't know what people are going to do. This is why I don't stereotype people. Because every time I do, something bad always happens. That's why I don't stereotype people. I don't care what race you are. Bad people come in all shapes, sizes, colors, whatever. So as soon as you are naive enough to think that, oh, they wouldn't do that to me, you played yourself. You always have to be on guard until people prove to you that you can trust them. It's never the other way around, ever. Because every time I've been in a situation like that, I somehow end up in a situation. Yeah, a child is to stay in a child's place. That's their that was their mentality back then. That was their mentality. So it's like I don't even blame my parents, but I want other parents to understand, if your child is coming to you saying something, clearly something's off. I don't play about stuff like that. So when it comes to Chloe, okay, leave the girl alone. And then stop praising one woman over the other. It's disgusting. Like, and this is why girls in our community, we get into this hatred, this jealousy, this envious energy, and it's because y'all praise one girl over the other. And I saw this coming. Like, I was just like, oh, why does Chloe have so many more followers than Halle? Halle. Why? I can't keep saying her name wrong. Why does Halle have less followers? Shouldn't it be even? I just hate it. And I knew this was gonna happen. Chloe is gorgeous. Halle is gorgeous. Both of them. And they both have this bomb feminine energy. Like, I was on Halle's Instagram, and like, she's so earthy. She's so pretty. She's so earthy and pretty and spiritual and lighthearted. It's so cute. I don't get it. But this generation loves to put the hourglass figure on this big pedestal, and I guess every woman is supposed to fit into that. And if you don't fit into that, then I guess you don't matter. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting. I don't like that. Listen, I haven't been skinny, but I mean, when I was younger, I was pretty skinny. But for my age, I wasn't, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I've just been on the other side of that. Like, I know y'all see a nice shape today, but 4 years ago, no. 5 years ago, no, for sure. So I know what it's like to be on the other side of this, if that makes sense. I know how that feels. That has been my experience. So it's just like, come on. Honestly, like, it's not even the Kardashians' fault. It may be for this newer generation, but for the 90s babies and stuff like that, 80s babies, it was the Vixen culture of music videos that we used to see growing up. And this was before surgery. I'm talking about following. And now the Vixen video models, they're still on Instagram. And you can still follow some of them. I still follow some of them because I grew up on them. But that's where it really, that Vixen video model culture, Uncut on BET, that's where all of this started. It didn't start with a Kardashian. The Kardashians didn't start a damn thing. And I wish y'all would stop giving them so much credit. The Kardashians copy, okay? They like that annoying girl in class that's looking over your shoulder copying you when you taking a test. Please stop crediting the Kardashians. Let that go, please. Video Vixen was huge. Huge. It was culture back then. That is why we're here today. Hold on. I'm not trying to be selective. You know what? Can y'all just send me if you want me to say something on this live, can you just send me a question? Because I be feeling bad. Like, if I don't read, I'll be like, just, if you want to make a statement, send it to me. Okay? So I can see it. Because it be scrolling. I'll be like, oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. Now everyone's shortened their lifespan, having all these. It's crazy, you guys. Like I said, Chloe needs to consider. I'm not saying she needs to change who she is because her body is natural. Come on, people. But she do need to consider the type of audience that she's creating with the content that she is putting out here. But I feel like she's on this very, very thin line. Thin line. If she goes above anything that she's currently doing right now, I would say it's too much. Why? Because it's only going to attract a certain audience of men. And if we could control those audiences of men, then I feel like, the fuss there wouldn't be a fuss. There just wouldn't be a fuss. So it is a very thin line. Because how you put yourself out here, I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the rules. Let me repeat. I don't make up the rules. But how you put yourself out here is how you will be treated. And you cannot control how others treat you. You cannot. So if Yoni is out here posting workout videos, yes, workout videos every day, right? Just in the gym, not really trying to show off my body, I'm going to attract a certain audience of men. Is life fair? No, it's not. But it's life. Deal with it. So because this is life and this is how life happens, this is how life goes, use it to your advantage. Why do I always feel like I'm on here like on 10? I need to calm down. Let me relax. Let me calm down. But I'm saying, I just need girls to get it, okay? Just understand that how you put yourself out here, it does matter. It does. It does. Now, Chloe, she's in entertainment. She's in entertainment. Please understand that. But a girl that's not in entertainment, putting yourself out there in that way, you're not leaving nothing to the imagination for a man to want to get to know you. I keep telling y'all that. It don't have nothing to do with social standards. It don't have nothing to do with, I don't know, whatever people be making a fuss about now. It's just when you put everything out there, people don't feel like they need to invest time into you. They see it all on Instagram. It don't even have to be your body. It don't have to be. If you just posting your everyday life, every move that you make, you're not making it interesting for another person to get to know you. You're just not. Even friends. It don't have to be a man. Yeah, like she definitely needs a PR person to help her control the agenda. I agree. Okay, you guys want to make some statements. So let me pull them up. Someone said Halle and Chloe will attract two different types of men just because they're body types. They're both gorgeous. That is very true. That is very true. That is true. And y'all see how I dress. Y'all see how I dress. I dress the way I dress for a reason. For a reason. Because I'm not trying to attract Pookies and Ray Rays. I'm sorry. So turtleneck it is. Is life fair? No, it's not. Life is not fair. But we all have our choices. And if I want a man of substance, I'm going to change how I'm dressing. Point blank, period. Because I don't have control over how others see me. If that was the case, I would just wear whatever I want to wear when I go to a job interview. You get what I'm saying? So, listen. Some things matter more than others. You want to prove a point, you're going to attract the Pookie and Ray Rays. You want to do what's best for you, and you benefit 1,000%. Compromise is simple. When you become a woman, these are your choices. You do what you want. You do as you please. I'm not about to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you what it is, and this is what it is. That is correct. Chloe and Halle, they're gonna attract a different man straight off the bat, without even trying, by being natural and being themselves. Do you think that black women play a big part in the bullying of black women who aren't thick? Yes. Oh yeah, girl. Yes. And I can't read the rest of that because it cut off. Yes, there's definitely resentment. It definitely creates resentment. Yes. And this is why I don't bully. This is why I don't even like showing my body for real, because I want all shapes of women to follow me. Plus size, hourglass, skinny, slim, whatever. Like, I don't care about that. That stuff is stupid to me. Like, it's just stupid. So I know some people will follow you because you look a certain way. So it's just like, I just be taking selfies. But at the same time, you know, I feel bittersweet about it because I feel like I'm not embracing myself. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be considerate of how society is and how social media is. But at the same time, I'm not trying to limit myself when it comes to embracing myself, my natural self. So this is something that I'm struggling with, but I'm just really trying to find a median, a balance. Like, I should be able to feel sexy and wear sexy things without people automatically feeling like, A, I'm doing it for them, first off. B, that I'm looking for sexual attention, because I'm not. I'm just being myself and I'm feeling myself. Can I not be sexy and then I have to be for sexual energy that I need to receive back? Sometimes I like to give myself sexy energy. Sometimes I like to give myself sexual energy. That's a real thing too. But people just so surface level nowadays. So it's just like, okay, everything's for someone else. It can't be just for you. Unfortunately, Chloe might be more exposed to Dusty's rather than Halle. Yes. Who might attract high quality. Yes. Listen, to the girls that feel some type of way, sis. Um, Halle, she could get her a good man. I will say that. A man of quality. Straight off the bat. Without even trying. Chloe, she gonna have to go through some dusties to get a good man. And that's just the reality of the situation. Y'all take that information for how you want to take it. But that's just the truth. I know that you said that black people need to venture out their music taste, but how about fashion? Yes, I feel like you should explore everything about yourself. Style, music, food, culture, social groups. Yes, black people need to venture out and try new things. It could inspire you. It could definitely inspire you. It could help you with your purpose. It could help you with your calling. Yoni, I gained weight and started covering up not to threaten people. Now 30 pounds up, I'm suffering. And see, and this is why I went to therapy. This is why I went to therapy. Because I did not want to get to a point where I was covering up, I wasn't embracing myself, and then I was back where I was to begin with. And it's because even when you lost the weight, you did not embrace yourself. You feared it because you feared how others would see you. You feared it, which is normal. Because the way this society is, oh my gosh. When I was younger and my friend would say something real confident, I would think it was cocky. But now when my best friend, she said something today about, yeah, I'm a bomb woman. And I'm like, you freaking right you are. The old me would have been like, ooh, she a little cocky. She's just too cocky for me. No, that's what confidence is. So I felt like you were afraid to be confident because you were afraid to offend other people. Just like my best friend could have been afraid to say, I'm a bomb woman, because she could have been afraid to offend me. You got to embrace yourself. You got to love yourself, because if you don't, people are just going to belittle you. They're not going to see your worth. You're not going to be happy. You're never going to be happy within yourself. So you need to get your cockiness on. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you just need to get your cockiness is confidence. Point blank, period. It's confidence. That's what it is. It's confidence. So, I feel like, just listen, you lost the 30 pounds before, you can lose it again. You can lose it again. But this time, you're going to do it in a way that your journey's gonna be different. Like it's you're gonna embrace yourself. You need to do it now, but it's gonna probably be more permanent now, because you're gonna do it correctly this time. You're gonna do it correctly, meaning you're going to embrace yourself by loving yourself, by losing these extra 30 pounds that you don't like and you feel like you're suffering. So maybe it was meant for that to happen so that you can do it correctly this time. And maybe the experience of you gaining 30 pounds and covering up and suffering was the experience that you needed in order for you to love yourself. So do not take this experience negatively. Transmute it into something positive. Always. Serious inquiry. Are most men pervs or something? No, men are very sexual and they're very open about their sexuality, and I feel like women should be too. I feel like there's certain spaces where it's appropriate and when it's not. I don't feel like men should just be the only ones that are so open about their sexuality. I love men with big booties, okay? I would love to date I always said when I was younger, I wanted to date a baseball player because they got big booties. I'm like, every time I watch baseball with my daddy, I'm like, they thick. I like that. Men are not the only ones that like thickness. Y'all know I like the husky men. I don't want to be laying up against nothing skinny. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. That's not grown man to me. That's like middle school. I'm not body shaming. It's just not for me. Let me just shut up. It's not for me. How about that? It's just not for me. Okay? I just like big. I love Chloe, but I feel like her sexiness is too forced. It's not organic, like she's been messed with. I don't know. I can't say that. That's stereotyping. Why do you feel that way? How do you know this? How do you know this for a fact? Because, listen, I was a virgin for years. People swore I was the biggest hoe. People swore I was the biggest hoe. People still swear I'm the biggest hoe. But the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Can't too many people put their name in my mouth unless they lying about it. So you don't know that. You don't know that. You're making assumptions off of her sexiness. You don't know. The same thing people were doing with Lori Harvey. Y'all don't know who she slept with out of those men that you've seen her with, but you're making the assumption that she slept with them all. Why is that? Why is that? Because she was seen with them? And then y'all wonder why in Bridgerton, any Bridgerton people on here, y'all wonder why it was such a big deal that the Duke was caught kissing and slobbing down his sister in the garden was such a big deal. because they didn't want word to get around that they were left alone because of the assumptions that people would make. The same thing is happening today, people. Chloe said on her Insta Live crying that she always been this way. On her personal page, she posted this and she just reposting the video. Stop making stop making you gotta listen, people. We gotta stop making assumptions. Just because a girl gets a lot of male attention doesn't mean she's sleeping with hella men. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Savannah, you just finished the series last night. That's what I'm saying. In Bridgerton, that's why it was such a big deal. They were like, you need to marry her. Because they didn't want her to be tainted socially. It's ridiculous. Like, y'all need to let that go. Yeah, I think I need to curb my jealousy and stop assumptions. It is like, it's jealousy, you guys. And listen, jealousy is in all of us, including me. That's why you kind of have to catch yourself. I literally said earlier in this live that when I was younger, I used to get jealous at girls that were confident because I thought it was cocky, right? But that was my ego. That was me. That wasn't them. That was me. That was me in my ego. So you need to check yourself sometimes because jealousy lives in us all. It's and I don't know why people look at jealousy like it's this negative thing, but in therapy, I have been taught that jealousy is normal as hell. It's normal, but you need to take that jealousy and check yourself and stop projecting onto other people. That's what I was told. Listen, my therapist don't play. She's a black woman. She don't play about that type of stuff. Do you think you will ever be comfortable to wear clothes you want to wear that may be revealing because it's cute to you? Oh my gosh. It's messing up my feminine journey, you guys. It really is. Like it's delaying it. I'm trying. Like this is why I bought a new wardrobe. I'm wearing colors. I told you I was upgrading my wardrobe. This is why. I have a whole closet full of just black. That's not good. And it's because black is safe. Black is safe. I used to do red and all of that. But that was like, whenever y'all would see me in red and white, that was literally me stepping out of my comfort zone. It was not me doing what all these other girls do just because they doing it. This was me stepping outside of my comfort zone. For Valentine's Day, I bought a pink dress. I don't even wear pink like that. Just because y'all see me try on some clothes from Fashion Nova and some clothes that I was getting paid for, okay? I wasn't doing it for free, and I wasn't doing it because, ooh, I like this. I was doing it because I was getting paid. So me taking on that job title of being an influencer and modeling certain clothes, that was me stepping out of my comfort zone. That wasn't me that was me stepping outside of my comfort zone. I don't know how else to explain it. It just wasn't me just doing me. I'm like, ooh, let me see if I can pull this off, or let me see if I can feel confident in this. It was never just, ooh, I'm wearing this. And then also part of my childhood trauma when it comes to my body is like older women always getting on my case about things that I have on. As if I can help the fact that I was born this way. I'll never forget when I was younger, like, older women would always like shame me and bash me and belittle me. And I'm like, I'm literally wearing the same pair of shorts that my cousins are wearing, or I'm literally wearing the same skirt that my friend is wearing. But why are you singling me out like I'm some slut or something? Like that was my whole childhood. And then being sexualized. So, like, I got trauma from both sides. It's not even just men. It's women, too. It was women, too. And I'll never forget how I was treated 2 Thanksgivings ago. Yes, I remember. 2 Thanksgivings ago. I brought this up in therapy the other day. 2 Thanksgivings ago, the older women in my family were shaming me after I had lost 50 pounds from keto. And I'm just like, listen, y'all, I had on a dress with stockings. And they shamed me. So this is my truth. This is my struggle. I don't know what else to say. Hold on, let me see. Who else wants to make a statement? Can you tell us why people don't like Halle? Again, because she's feminine as well, right? Like, who doesn't... wait, because it keeps cutting off. I don't know why. Who doesn't she have a lot of followers like Chloe? I told you guys, it's because Chloe is sexualized. Halle is not. That's the truth. That's society. But there's only one girl that's going to get a better partner off the bat if we're just strictly basing it off appearances. Chloe is going to have to go through Dusty's. Halle is not. So pick your poison, sis. Pick it, because that's the truth. Hold on, because did I miss one? I felt like I missed one. Did I miss one? Did I miss one? Oh, here we go. The viral attention Chloe outshined anything she's done with her and Halle's talent. That is so true. 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 They're both talented, beautiful women. The fact that we are even having this conversation right now is crazy to me. How do you feel about her crying over the backlash? She's a Cancer. Oh my gosh. Cancers are emotional as hell. She's a Cancer. Cancers are emotional. So they're very, very emotional people. So, and then that's another thing. If those were her true emotions, she needed to release that. If those were her true emotions, people needed to see how their comments affected her in a negative way. Stop acting unbothered, Black people. You're not helping yourself. You're hurting yourself. Holding in all that aggression and negative energy for what? Release it. That's what crying is all about. Is releasing. That's what crying is releasing. If you holding it in, you hold on to all these burdens. For what? Let it out. Release it. I'm talking to myself right now. But release it, people. Okay? Don't be holding on to that stuff. Let it go. So she's just not supposed to cry? She's just supposed to hold it in. Yoni, see, that's why I love watching your lives. You, my therapist / outlet on the low. Listen, I pay for the $150 a month. I'm going to just share what I know. So if you can't afford it, just get what you can. I want to see equal amounts of different Black women, sexy and outgoing and soft. I do too. Different sizes, shapes, sexualities, okay? Even the lesbians, okay? Y'all can be feminine too. You don't got to be a stud just because you into women. I don't know who needs to hear that too. You can be feminine. Or you can be masculine, whatever. But don't just feel like you have to be masculine because you're into women. You don't. I know plenty of lesbians that struggle with that. Just because you're into women don't mean you can't be feminine. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear that. Let me keep going though. She said, yes, I'm bisexual and I'm girly. See? It seems like being a Black woman is dangerous, as most of us are naturally thick. Yes. Yes. So true. And another part of my trauma is going from a Black neighborhood to a white neighborhood, and then you being the thickest thing walking. You surrounded by all these white girls that are sticks, literally, and you thick. That crushed my self-esteem when I was younger. It really did. It really crushed my self-esteem. But a lot of people don't know that. People think just because you think I had no problems. So yeah, that really affected me when I was a kid. Being in a white neighborhood, growing up in a predominantly white environment, playing on an all-white girls basketball team, and they don't have your shorts, sis. Your size? What size? You need an extra large. Oh, we only have large. We don't do extra large. Well, my booty don't fit in no large. I'm gonna need an extra large. So they gotta order your shorts. Crushed my self-esteem. Crushed it. But everybody wanna be thick. Okay. Or worse, I'll never forget When I was a freshman in high school, I had to wear the boys basketball team shorts until mine came in because they had to order them. Listen, I got stories for days, but everybody want to be thick now. It just really irritates my soul because it's just like, listen, you didn't earn these stripes. These stripes were earned at a very young age. All these stories and experiences earned. And it sucked. It was not it was not something that you praised or that you were excited about. It just wasn't. Off topic, but would you ever consider being vegan? No. I'm sorry. I would eat vegan meals, and sometimes I still do eat vegan meals, but like the rest of my life, you know what? I can't say no because every time I say no, I would never, I end up doing it. So you know what? It's possible. I may give it a try. Who knows? I never know where life is going to take me. That's what happens when you grow. You never know where life is going to take you. You may end up doing some stuff you was like, I never thought I'd be doing that. I'm saying that stuff now. How has living in a male-dominated household affected your feminine journey? I literally mentored a girl today about that. Oh my gosh. I could do a whole video about that. I literally told my dad the other day, I said, because I'm going to just put it out here. I'm just tell it like it is. My dad, I felt like he was not supporting me with my move. I'm not going to tell y'all where, but he wasn't supporting me with my move. And so I told him, I'm like, you went cold on me and I don't appreciate that. Like, you went cold on me. I'm like, why would you do that? This is me having a conversation. I said, how you treat your boys is not how you treat me. So what they need from you as a man is not the same that I need from you, being that I'm a woman and I'm your daughter. I literally had to tell him that. And then my dad started to think to himself. He was like, you know what? He thought back to when this one time we went to this basketball event and he had us all dress up in a tracksuit and it was green. We all wore green. And so now my dad, he is trying to understand how he can transition into understanding that my needs as his daughter, not his son, are completely different than his boys. We literally had a conversation about this. This is what happens when you communicate, people. You can't just hold things in because when you do, nothing's resolved. So we had a conversation about that. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to be working on that. And I told him, I'm like, you know, how you treat your sons, that's not how you can treat me. I'm a woman. I have different needs. I need different attention. I need different kind of support. So he said he's going to be working on that. So to all the men out here that be feeling like I just be on your case, I be holding the men in my life accountable too when it comes to certain things, depending on what it is. So you got, and then women, being feminine doesn't mean you don't have a voice. I don't know who needs to hear that. Your approach is what matters. You can confront people. I know I'm in my masculine energy right now, but I was not talking to my father like this. No way in hell was I talking to him like this, because if I was talking to him like this, he would not have been receptive to what I was saying. So I definitely got into my soft energy. I definitely got into my feminine energy. I had a softer tone. And I said, hey, you really hurt my feelings. That's what I said. You really hurt my feelings. And then after I said that, I said, I need you. I said, I need you. Totally different energy. Totally different energy. That's why your approach matters. You can't be aggressive when you address men. You just can't. You just cannot. You got to come different. And I'm not saying get rid of your masculine energy. You just got to know when to use it and when not to. You got to know when to boss up, and then you got to know when to, you know, chill, relax. Just relax. Just chill. Everything's going to be okay. But when you confront someone because someone you feel did you wrong, you got to soften up a bit so then they can hear you out. Because if you come all aggressive, they're just not going to hear you, sis. They just not. So you got to change your tone. You got to change your approach. You got to change your energy. It's all about balance. You got to balance out the scales. You can't be all masculine and then you can't just be all feminine. You got to balance out the scales depending on the environment and the situation. It calls for a certain type of energy and approach. You can't be in the same energy 24/7 depending on the situation. So if you out here and you're in a situation that causes you to need to be in survival mode, well, you can't be feminine then. You need to be in your masculine energy because you're in survival mode. You need to fight for your life. You can't be cute with it. So you just got to keep going back and forth. I literally talked to a girl today about that and mentored her today about that. And I told her that you need to set boundaries with your brothers. You need to set boundaries with your father. And you need to have a conversation with your father about how you're no longer a little girl. You are a woman and you have certain needs. So, me and my father's communication is so much better, and me working on my father's relationship is going to improve any relationship that I have with any man, because I'm learning how to communicate. I'm learning how to communicate through my father. I'm learning how to communicate. So the ones that feel like, oh, I'm not trying to work out my relationship with my dad, well, you're just going to find him in a man, and then you're going to have to work on it then. So it's like you got to choose. And I know not everyone has that opportunity to work on their relationship with their dad. I get it. But please understand, you either do it with him or you're going to do it with some man that just is just like him. Why do people think virgins are these unfuckable creatures? I don't know why. I don't know why virgins get so much hate. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. Listen, the cool is not cool, and then the not cool is actually cool. I don't know who needs to hear that. The cool is not cool, and then the not cool is cool. So yeah, that's that. I don't care what it looked like. I don't understand why people feel pressed by her confidence. They're jealous. That's what jealousy is. That's what jealousy is. Jealousy will do that. And this generation, the number one thing this generation puts on a pedestal is male attention. Now listen, there is nothing wrong with male attention. Every woman should feel desirable. Every woman should have that feeling. It's a good feeling. But you shouldn't obsess over it. This generation obsesses over male attention. And I'm here to tell you, sis, not all male attention is great attention. Not all male attention is good attention. I'm just here to tell you that. It's not. It's horrible sometimes. Okay? I noticed that women struggle with self-love. Confidence is due to the women in their lives. They will bully you for loving yourself. Oh my gosh. Facts. That is facts. Hold on, let me see this, because y'all point this out. As a virgin, this is true. But I don't tell men when I first meet them I am a virgin, because they get weird. I get to take your virginity, like get the F away from me. I don't tell men either. When I was a virgin, I didn't tell men either. First of all, men don't believe you anyway. Let me just throw that out there. So you telling them ain't gonna make a difference, sis. So don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you lying about it. Don't feel like you're being manipulated or anything. They don't believe you, and they won't believe you, because men think that being a virgin nowadays is just like impossible. So you don't gotta worry. Telling him ain't gonna make no bit of a difference, sis. It's not. They don't believe you. So it is what it is. So there's no need in you telling them anyway, until you get in that space to where things are getting serious. Otherwise, they're not gonna believe you. They're not. That telling a man that you're a virgin, that they don't believe you, so it doesn't even matter. You don't need to tell them that. To the ones that are really virgins. So to the ones that be lying about it, grow up. Okay, you grown, sis. You grown, sis. If you was out here throwing it back, girl, you was out here throwing it back. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong to be ashamed. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Just be you. If you not a virgin, then you not. If you are, then you are. Whatever spectrum you fall under, section you fall under, love yourself. Live in your truth. Because if you're not living in your truth, you probably not happy with yourself. So live in your truth. This is a scientific experiment, but do you see Halle more as a bestie or Chloe? Who's going to ride for you? I'm not doing that. Not in the nature and context of this conversation. I'm not doing that. I love them both. They're both talented. They're both beautiful. They're good people. They come from a good family. I'm not doing that. They wearing locks. They giving inspiration to the young girls that wear locks that don't get the representation. We not doing that. Respectfully. Okay? The nature of this context does not call for that. When you had weight issues, did it have anything to do with underlying health factors? Yes. Okay, first of all, my back hurts. Everybody want to be thick, but I'm like, my back was hurting. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Like that photo that I posted where people made a meme about me about whether or not I was thick or fat. It didn't matter because my back hurt. My knees hurt. So I don't care what it looked like. I don't care if it fit your fetish or you're kinky, but I didn't like it because it hurt. So all these girls that be getting all that extra fat transferred and then be gaining weight on top of that to make it look better or whatever. Walking up a flight of stairs, you're out of breath. Like, there's no way. Your knees hurt. Your back hurts. How do I know? Because I was their size. And then you're looking at a girl that's on a 5'10" frame. I'm on a 5'10" frame. Some of these girls are on 5'5", 5'6" frames. I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Like, my back, my knees hurt. So, I don't know. Do you think the way girls express their sexuality affects the way men treat them? Of course. Yes, of course. Listen, if you want to express your sexuality, you can just do it in the bedroom. Me personally, I feel like all bets is off. When you're in the bedroom, when you are in that bedroom, when you are in that domain, at that point, all bets are off. That's between you and that person. That's how you really want to express your sexuality. Because if you do it out in the open in public, people treat you a certain type of way. When you do it behind closed doors, depending on the man that you decide to lay with, he'll respect you. When you do it out in the open, it just depends. Sometimes you get respect, sometimes you don't. But majority of the time, you don't. So I'm not about to go up against a whole system. And that's the thing. It's like when it comes to the feminist movement and sexual liberation, it's like you're going up against a whole system. And it's like, I get it. If you want to fight the good fight the good fight, sis. And I appreciate the ones that want to fight the good fight until the day that they die. I'm here for it because you're making changes. You're making waves for me, my daughter, my great granddaughter. I appreciate it. But it's tough being a woman. I don't know who needs to hear it. It's just hard being a woman. It's hard. It's like you gotta really sit down and really factor in what you really want. Because me, I want to get married. I want to have a legacy. I want to create a family more than I want to prove a point. Maybe you're totally different. Maybe you're the type of girl that wants to fight the good fight because that's more important to you than having a legacy and starting a family. We all want different things. So you as a woman, because being a woman is hard, you have to sit down and factor in what's more important to you. And you can't wait until it's too late. So you need to try to figure that out now. You don't want to wait and hit like 34 or 35 and be like, oh, you know what? I kind of do want to start a family and create a legacy and da-da-da-da-da. So you kind of have to figure it out early. That's why being a woman is hard. It sucks. So that's why I say I don't want black women to fight the good. We've been fighting the good fight, y'all. We deserve to be happy in healthy relationships, enjoying luxury. I mean, our ancestors were warriors. They were slaves. They were maids, cleaning ladies, housekeepers. I mean, God damn it. Can we just relax? At least just do it for your ancestors because they couldn't. You have a choice. That's where I'm at with this. Let me save this live because Instagram is cutting me off. Let me save this. I may post this to YouTube too. Let me go ahead and save this. All right, guys.